I'm a person that studies martial arts, and I study techniques, styles, and the various forms of martial arts and competition that are available here in North America, Europe, and as well around the world. But mainly I focus on the competitions and the styles that we see here in the West. And I was looking at this bout between Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Conor McGregor, and my thoughts immediately were, is Floyd Mayweather, a person who's like 11 years older, stepping into the octagon to fight a person who's in their prime, basically, of championship in the UFC, bouncing from different weight classes to defeat opponents, this Conor McGregor. And I was like, Floyd Mayweather is a very good boxer, but the thing is that Conor McGregor is going to destroy him in an octagon. So what I did is I took a closer look, and I actually saw that the upcoming fight, this is the professional boxing bout between the two. So now my thoughts were, whoa, okay, so Conor McGregor may be basically in his fighting prime, and he's had so much success in the octagon, and he's beating the very best in a sport that has no type of really restrictions except for eye gouging and certain kinds of slams and hits. You know, the obvious stuff that can kill a person if you hit them in those spots, or you can really maim a man. So it's basically like whoever gets knocked out with almost everything goes, with takedowns, ground and pounds. The referee doesn't really stop the fight or anything unless the person is giving out, getting knocked out for whatever reason. He's just unconscious, cannot fight anymore, a devastating injury. You know, the kind of stuff that they stop people in boxing for. But in boxing, in particular, it's Floyd Mayweather's game, basically. Even though he's 10 years older, you know what I'm saying? It's like boxing is very specific. And once you begin to master that specificness of boxing, which is just working with your upper body, everything your upper body, your head is like the main target. So you become very good at that sport. And here's a guy who has 49-0, 26 KOs. The guy is 5'8", and he weighs about 155 pounds. Here's Conor McGregor, that's 5'9", weighs exactly the same, and he can be a little heavier. And yeah, Floyd Mayweather may be a little smaller here, but Floyd Mayweather is very agile. He's the master at his game, and he doesn't just pick his opponents, pick his fights. He doesn't just, go out there and just play a game. Even though in boxing there's a lot of stopping, there's certain techniques that you can use for preserving your stamina. The rounds are not as long. Boxing is devastating still, and when you get hit with those kind of hits, after a while it can really do a number to the person who's boxing. It can do a number to his head, to everything, to his mental state, to like boxing mainly. It's not really the physical aspect that entirely gives out, even though your hormones go down, your technique, your speed. For boxing, you can have a boxer, even though he's not as fast, not as like, you know what I'm saying, not as equipped as he was when he was, let's just say, 25, 29. But when it comes to the technique, the skill, it's still there. But the thing is that with boxing, after a while, your head begins to basically lose it. So people have to retire very early in order to preserve their mental health, basically. And it's not that they're just going insane, it's that their brains are getting mushed, their heads, everything. So that affects the body, that affects the way that the person performs, the way the person lives their lives. And as they get older, they get more money. But Floyd Mayweather here has managed to almost escape all that abuse. So he still has a good amount of speed. And I would say that he's just as fast with his hands now, even faster than Conor McGregor is. Even though this guy is like 40 years old, he's still much more faster. He still has it all. And I would say that his brain is probably better preserved than Conor McGregor's. I'm not joking. the kind of abuse, the kind of hits that Conor McGregor has taken. The Diaz fight alone, that was so abusive to the guy. Like, those things rattle your head, rattle your brain, and after a while that starts to really affect you. And I would say that Floyd Mayweather, for boxing, is still much more fresh. Like, this guy would have to be probably 45 before he's like basically as slow as Conor McGregor is when it comes to boxing. I'm not kidding. I'm not trying to bring down Conor McGregor. I really respect the guy. He's actually as old as I am. And I'm telling you that Floyd Mayweather is very fast. His technique, his muscle memory for that kind of sport is just, his kind of pilot mode is intense. And I'm telling you that he will even wear out Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor is not going to be able to take on Floyd Mayweather unless he is the one that gets a lucky shot. Now, if we were to be put in the octagon between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, it was just like I said at first. Conor McGregor would destroy Floyd Mayweather unless, something I didn't say in the beginning, unless Floyd Mayweather gets a lucky shot. And it wouldn't be lucky, he would get it out. But where he would be lucky is if Conor McGregor doesn't decide to take him down, if he decides to be cocky and keep it standing up. But if I were to be Conor McGregor, I wouldn't keep it standing up with Floyd Mayweather at all. I would take down Floyd Mayweather, and I would ground and pound him, and it would be over. And it's very typical that stuff happens. It's not any shame to Floyd Mayweather, but if it were to be an octagon fight, a UFC fight, any sort of MMA or grappling involved kind of fight, even a little bit of wrestling, I would fear for Floyd Mayweather. And the kind of hits that you would get on the ground, the elbows, as well as even standing up, the knees, the head kicks, they're devastating. The kind of gloves that you use are devastating. But when it comes to boxing, and the way boxing is in specific, if it were to be a fair, 100% professional boxing bout, I would say that Conor McGregor stands about a 15% chance. And that's a really high percentage that I'm giving him, even though a lot of people who work with Conor McGregor personally, who host these fights and everything, has given Conor McGregor a much more smaller percentage. But I'm saying 50% because of his endurance, because of the ability to take a shot. When Floyd Mayweather comes in and delivers some hits, what Conor McGregor should do, if he's not as fast, is basically pile drive through those hits and keep his chin down, take a lot of the hits on the top of his head, and basically just deliver his hit and overwhelm Floyd Mayweather and continuously just deliver a volley that you see in boxing. But in boxing they try to be very, very technical with it, and also the way the opponent weaves, and he's able to stop those attacks. But if Floyd Mayweather is taken up against the ropes and overwhelmed at his age, as well as the way the chin reacts over age, he may be able to take him. But once again, this is where the stamina factor for the knockout comes in for Floyd Mayweather. Even though he's not used to taking a lot of that abuse, not saying he hasn't, not calling him a wussy or anything, not saying that he can't, the good thing about not taking that abuse is also that he doesn't develop a weak chin from all that abuse. Because you may think that a person who gets hit a lot develops like a super strong chin over time. Yeah, they do when they're younger. But when they get older, I'm saying all that brain damage, all that abuse, actually makes the likelihood of getting knocked out much more higher. Because of all that damage, all that brain damage. Your brain just can't take it, can't keep up with it. Your body's also not equipped for that anymore. So as you were younger, you were strong, your hormones were kicking in, you may have even developed a resistance. Once again, it comes to the way you're born, the way humans are made. You know, we're made to resist abuse. But when it comes to bones, your nerves, everything, you got to preserve them. You got to take care of them. And I'm telling you right now, this is fact, that strikers, people who strike, and striking sports, boxing, kickboxing, sports where you really take a lot of hits repetitively, especially boxing, those are the kind of sports that really damage a person, and they're most likely to retire faster. And Floyd Mayweather coming out of retirement is not because he's just being cocky, it's because he also can. Something that McGregor, when he's about Floyd Mayweather's age, is not going to be able to do. Because he's going to be damaged. Now, there's a lot of UFC fighters that are exceptions. A lot of boxers, a lot of people who are in full contact who are exceptions, who manage to maintain these victories, or at least this good spirit where they're able to really damage your opponent and even win most of the time to a later age than most fighters that have to retire younger. Those are very rare people, and they're built very well, very strong. And I'm telling you that Conor McGregor, over time, is going to be feeling that. He's not Frank Mir. He's not Randy Couture. He's none of that stuff. But he is a very good fighter. He is a very cocky fighter, but he backs up all the stuff that he says. And Floyd Mayweather backs up what he says too. Now, like, that's basically all I can say about that. I'm like, you heard what I have to say about the styles and the way it is, and the comparisons, the age, the hormones, everything. I'm gonna say that Conor McGregor, his boxing coach, or whoever's coaching him in this, has to truly let him understand what kind of opponent he's facing, what kind of game he's facing, the rules, everything. Obviously, they're going to do this. But I don't think that Conor McGregor is as concerned as Floyd Mayweather is. Floyd Mayweather has a 49-0 record. Conor McGregor is chewing off a little bit too much. He's biting off a little bit too much than he can chew. But still, he's getting $100 million just to step into the ring. So is Floyd Mayweather. But Conor McGregor, if he gets knocked out, if he gets defeated, it's actually expected. Even though a lot of people in Ireland want him to win, and they're voting for the underdog, they're rooting for the underdog, they really want him to win. Conor McGregor may lose that, and he understands that, and so do the people who's working with him. But it's a good stunt. It's a good publicity stunt. And if he wins, damn, he will be remembered in the history books for a long time, and he's going to be very high up there. It's a good publicity stunt. It's very good for his character, very good for his legacy. But it is expected that he gets knocked out. But for Floyd Mayweather, he has a lot to lose. Not in the sense of money, but in the sense of pride, in the sense of legacy. And at his age, he may still be able to defend it. And for the people who follow boxing, this is going to be historic. This is going to be grand. This is going to be big. This is going to be bigger for Floyd Mayweather than a lot of people think it is going to be. Because Floyd Mayweather came back from retirement, defeated a UFC fighter that was in his prime, basically, that was like the champion of his sport. And yeah, sure, Floyd Mayweather's a champion, but the thing is that for boxing, this stuff really doesn't happen. Not in the way it's happening right now. It has happened in the past, but this is our time. And especially the way MMA has been kind of putting boxing a little bit in the shadows, and boxing will never go away. Boxing will always be there, but MMA has kind of been shadowing it a little bit, has kind of been, putting it out of the spotlight. But boxing will always be there, but still, for the people who watch boxing, this is big, this is grand, this is huge, and it's going to take the boxing sport right up there. But if Conor McGregor wins, then it's going to really challenge boxing. Because you got to remember that this is boxing. This is the game of the boxer. Conor McGregor is stepping into the game of the boxer. Floyd Mayweather's game is boxing. And Conor McGregor may be brave, he may be young, he may be strong, he may be a little bigger, a little bit more reach. But the problem for him is that this is a completely different world. It's like a basketball player going out and playing soccer. Basically, yeah, basically. It's different. I don't know, okay, for Floyd, going into the UFC is like playing soccer. Because it's a completely different game. He may be quick, he may be able to run, he may be able to do that. Let's just say Floyd Mayweather's a basketball player, he goes into soccer. He may be able to run around. You know what I'm saying? Even keep a guy off, kind of distract a guy. He knows the basic techniques. But the thing is that in that other sport, they're going to take him down. They're going to find ways around him. And for Conor McGregor, it's like a person who's all round, knows a little bit of everything. But the thing is that he's being placed into something that's professional. He focuses on some of that, but the thing is that once he gets in there, all it is that, and he's limited to only that. And he's never only been limited to only that, which is just boxing. Maybe in his amateur career, but this is a professional fighter that's been doing it since he was a little kid. Like a little kid. It's been his life, it's what saved his life. He had nothing else but that to save his particular life, with his particular situation, and in the time that he grew up. See, Conor McGregor grew up in an area that, yes, had some political oppression, Ireland, but it's always been really free for itself, and especially in these modern ages, Ireland is just fine. The people in Ireland can escape to different areas. They can choose their life if they want to. The majority of them can. But for people like Floyd Mayweather, the neighborhoods that he grew up in, he had really no choice. So boxing became more than his passion. It saved his life, basically. And as well the life of a lot of his family. Because a lot of his family were doing boxing. We're doing these things. You know what I'm saying? So either way, Floyd Mayweather may have had a good life, but still, without boxing, he wouldn't have been anybody. And anybody else in his shoes, without a boxing dad or anything, with his kind of lifestyle, with his kind of culture, would have taken it even further than him. But I'm saying that for him, he also has something else. He has this shadow of family members that have been doing it as well, that have gotten out of their oppression, have gotten out of their harshness, and have even fought their demons while they were doing this professionally. So these are just the kind of factors that you got to weigh out, the kind of moral base that these people have. So that's just my opinion on this, and I just honestly believe that Floyd Mayweather is going to win. But also Conor McGregor has a chance if he really, truly works on it. But I believe that Floyd Mayweather is going to win because of just what he has to fight for, and as well as the position that he's being put in, the kind of loud mouth that Conor McGregor has. And I don't think that that's going to break Floyd Mayweather one bit. It's not. I think that Conor McGregor is the one that's bit off more than he can chew, and it's going to break him, if anything. But if he wins, I would also not be entirely surprised, because I think that if he works on overwhelming him and working through that speed by throwing in that power, overwhelming him, understand that he is much more older, really truly working on the stamina, he may be able to get him in the later rounds and also preserve the energy. Watch how Floyd Mayweather fights. You know what I'm saying? Really understand the rules, how these boxers, when they fight, they know how to preserve their energy. They know how to kind of hold you down, kind of lock you up so the referee can split it. You know what I'm saying? If Conor McGregor's, really getting the advantage, Floyd Mayweather's going to know how to get the ref to come in and stop it. He's going to lock him up. He's going to grab him, which is a very typical technique. And there's just certain things that Conor McGregor can't do from that point, and he may lose points because his instincts of MMA may kick in. He may do something that he's not supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Do a little bit of dirty boxing that's going to get a point taken away. So you guys go study the detail of the fights, but as far as I'm concerned here, it's a professional boxing bout. And that's professional. That's not fooling around. You know what I'm saying? You apply by those rules. But once again, go study it for yourself. Go see what the rules of this is, if any rules are changed. But I'm just telling you from what I see right off the bat. From what I can just see from looking at these two. Looking a little bit into the background, knowing who Floyd Mayweather is. Looking more into Conor McGregor, his style, really what he does. Because you got to understand that Floyd Mayweather has been around longer than Conor McGregor has, way longer. So that's someone that I know quite a bit about. I know a little bit of his history. Conor McGregor, I've been brushing up on this guy very well, and I think that he does have the capability of winning, but it's also a very slight capability because Conor McGregor is very good. He's a very good loudmouth too. But I'm telling you that there's been better people who have fought in that octagon, and I think that if he would have fought George St. Pierre at his prime, I think George St. Pierre would have won a lot of fighters in their prime from back in the day. I believe, would have beat Conor McGregor today, and a lot of the fighters that we got today. And I believe that MMA is still evolving. They're still yet to have that, that super fighter that comes in that's not just working on his hormones and his strength and his experience, but it's just the efficiency. The human body is such an amazing thing, and that's why I think Conor McGregor can do it. But also Floyd Mayweather can do it too. You know what I'm saying? He can adapt. He can muster all his skills and he become more efficient. But once again, we know the patterns of fighters, their stages and everything. You know what I'm saying? How they last, how their stamina is, how a younger fighter comes in. But I'm telling you, I think that in the West, we don't. In Brazil, they do. I'm telling you, in Brazil, I think they do. The older you get, almost the better you get. But when it comes to the West, we still got a lot to work on. We still gotta make that experience become efficiency rather than something that needs that power and those hormones to go with it. And when those power and that hormone goes out, all the fighter goes. And I believe that that's what Floyd Mayweather is going to use. Is not his power, his youth, his hormones. What he's going to be using is his efficiency and his experience, and he's going to put those two together. And I believe with that, he may not knock out Conor McGregor, but he sure will be able to win the decision. If not, he may be able to knock out Conor McGregor. But it can also go the other way around, because that's how it is with these sports. There's always that lucky shot, that shot that you can't control. And it's not just a lucky shot, it's a shot that's well earned. But some of those, I'm literally going to say right now, not just to compliment people, some of those shots are very lucky. A lucky flail, just a mistake that guy made, a fluke. But I'm saying that most of those knockouts are earned. So you can see it in the way the fighter fights. And that's all I got to say about this in particular. So once again, if I made any mistakes, I apologize, but I don't think so. For the people of Ireland, I really honestly gave you a very good analysis on Conor McGregor, and I gave a lot of respect and said that he has a good slight chance of winning. But you got to understand, like, this may be your underdog, this may be your hero, but please understand what he is stepping into. And this guy, think about it, like if you're going to get knocked out, you're not going to cry too much if you're losing. Think about it. It's $100 million just to step in the ring. Like, jeez, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, either way, this guy has won. But I would say that it's Floyd Mayweather that has more to lose than Conor McGregor. Because Floyd Mayweather is upholding not just a legacy, this and that, but he's defending the sport of boxing. So I'm telling you, whoever's training Floyd Mayweather, truly, truly, truly pay attention to that. Anyways, I'm just a guy making my analysis on this stuff. Till next time, y'all take care and goodbye.